STEAM Series, championed by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
He makes his living climbing trees and caring for the canopy. It's time for this week's STEAM Profile, and our focus today, science and math, as we meet an arborist. Amber Lee introduces us to him.
High above the roof line, over the pride of Pasadena, it's just another day in the canopy for Brian Vehar.
I see myself as someone who works for the trees.
Brian is a campus arborist at Caltech. His responsibility? Caring for the university's vast and priceless community of trees.
We have 3,387 trees in and around campus.
Each one of them photographed and mapped. Among them, corridors of neatly pruned olive trees, centuries-old oaks, struggling redwoods, and thriving jacarandas. To maintain this world-class collection, starting at 6 every morning,
I'm up in the trees. I'm all up in them.
So Brian, why are arborists commonly known as tree doctors or tree surgeons?
Good question. When you're in a tree and you're pruning it, what you're essentially doing is surgery. You want to make good cuts, clean cuts. You want to avoid spreading pathogens from tree to tree.
Of all the STEAM disciplines, Brian relies most on science and math. To preserve and protect,
we have to understand the physiology of these trees, how best to diagnose any stressors.
As for the math,
physics definitely comes into play.
I'm sure balance is important, but what about weight? If you carry too much, the branch you're standing on, could it break?
It's pretty unlikely. If you take my weight plus of all my equipment on a tree, that loading on those branches is actually a lot less than even the slightest breeze coming through the trees. And they're able to withstand great loads of force.
As a kid, Brian didn't love school, but was passionate about rock climbing.
I love to climb, and I took a botany class in college, and I fell in love with plant science. And so being an arborist is sort of the rational union of my two passions.
For Brian, the physical challenges are part of the draw, and the hands-on experiences help the science sink in.
It's the language of nature. And in order to discover the mysteries of the world, we have to use science as our language.
The thing he loves most about protecting the environment of the one-time home of Albert Einstein.
Caltech is a wonderful institution full of brilliant people. And I am doing my small part to add some little bit of prestige to the institution.
And for more on STEAM careers, just go to our website, kcal9.com/STEAM.